In the morning, the chief priests, elders, and scribes held a consultation, bound Jesus, and delivered him to Pilate. Pilate asked him, "Art thou the king of the Jews?" Jesus answered, "Thou sayest it." The chief priests accused him of many things, but Jesus answered nothing. Pilate asked again, "Answerest thou nothing?" Jesus still answered nothing, so Pilate marveled. At every feast, he released one prisoner whom they desired. There was Barabbas, bound with insurrectionists, who had committed murder. The multitude desired Pilate to release a prisoner. Pilate asked, "Will ye that I release unto you the king of the Jews?" Pilate knew the chief priests delivered Jesus for envy, but the chief priests moved the people to release Barabbas. Pilate asked, "What will ye then that I shall do unto him whom ye call the king of the Jews?" They cried out, "Crucify him." Pilate asked, "Why? What evil hath he done?" They cried out the more, "Crucify him." Pilate released Barabbas and delivered Jesus, scourged, to be crucified. The soldiers led him into the praetorium, clothed him in purple, and platted a crown of thorns upon his head. They saluted him, "Hail, King of the Jews!" They smote him on the head, spit upon him, and bowed in mock worship. After mocking him, they took off the purple, put his own clothes on him, and led him out to crucify him. They compelled Simon, a Cyrenian, coming from the country, to bear his cross. They brought him to Golgotha, the place of a skull. They offered him wine mingled with myrrh, but he received it not. When they had crucified him, they parted his garments, casting lots. It was the third hour when they crucified him. The superscription of his accusation was written, "The King of the Jews." They crucified 2 thieves with him. Those who passed by railed on him, saying, "Ah, thou that destroyest the temple, save thyself, and come down from the cross." The chief priests and scribes said, "He saved others, himself he cannot save. Let Christ the King of Israel descend now from the cross." Those crucified with him reviled him. At the 6th hour, darkness covered the land until the 9th hour. At the 9th hour, Jesus cried, "Eloi, Eloi, lama sabachthani," meaning, my God, why hast thou forsaken me?" Some bystanders said, "Behold, he calleth Elias." One ran, filled a sponge with vinegar, and gave him to drink, saying, "Let us see if Elias will come to take him down." Jesus cried with a loud voice, and gave up the ghost. The veil of the temple was torn in two. The centurion, seeing how he cried out and gave up the ghost, said, "Truly this man was the Son of God." Women looked on afar off, including Mary Magdalene, Mary the mother of James and Joses, and Salome. These women had followed and ministered to him in Galilee. When evening came, it was the preparation day before the Sabbath. Joseph of Arimathea, an honorable counselor, went boldly to Pilate and craved the body of Jesus. Pilate marveled if he were already dead. After confirming with the centurion, he gave the body to Joseph. Joseph bought fine linen, took him down, wrapped him, and laid him in a sepulchre hewn out of a rock, rolling a stone to the door. Mary Magdalene and Mary the mother of Joses beheld where he was laid.